Hi, Mike here, otherwise known as Mr. Baseball, and that's not to be taken seriously. It's all in good fun, tongue-in-cheek. I'll be here all week. Try the veal, tip your waitress, and drive home safely. There's your comedy. Now let's get serious. Let's discuss the Negro League baseball player and superstar that we have excluded from our mindset, from our baseball conversations, from our top 10 lists, from our comparisons. Why have we excluded them? Because of ignorance, lack of information. The more knowledge we have, the more we will be able to empower ourselves to start including these players in these conversations and these lists. How do we do this? We go on the websites. There's plenty of information, more than enough information to make better judgments, comparisons, evaluations of these players. Yes, the stats are limited in that Negro Leagues, they had short schedules, 40 games, 80 games, 100 games, but these players barnstormed. They played in other leagues, they played all over the country, they played in other countries. They played against white teams, they played against white players. They have been seen by a lot of people, a lot of well-respected people. We should go by the testimony. That's a big plus to have. Connie Mack, one of the greats, managed for 50 years. He stated that John Henry Pop Lloyd, the first great black superstar, at shortstop, the teens, the 20s, he was comparable. There was no difference, he said, between Honus Wagner and Lloyd. Babe Ruth said that Lloyd was the greatest player he had ever seen. Honus Wagner said it was a privilege and an honor to be compared to Lloyd. You've got testimony like this all over the place. Smokey Joe Williams was supposed to be the equal of Walter Johnson. Many people felt he was better than the great Satchel Paige. Everyone knows that Satchel Paige easily could be top 10 pitchers in baseball history, regardless, black, white, major leagues, Negro Leagues, makes no difference. Louis Santop, the first black Babe Ruth, 6'4", 240-pound, left-handed hitting catcher, tremendous power. I think he was ranked number 3 of all the Negro League catchers. Josh Gibson, of course, number 1. Biz Mackey, switch hitting terror, great defensive catcher, comparable to Ivan Rodriguez. Bill James ranks Roy Campanella, who in Major League history is considered to be top 3. He ranks Roy Campanella the 6th best Negro League catcher. Is that shocking? How about that for perspective? Where does that put Josh Gibson and Biz Mackey and Louis Santop? Turkey Stearns, tremendous outfielder, comparable to Ricky Henderson. Cool Papa Bell. Definitely top 7, top 8 center fielders of all time. The list goes on and on. Monty Irvin, who in the 40s was the best young Negro League baseball player. He started out as a shortstop, came up to the major leagues with the Giants in his 3rd year, led the league in RBIs, I believe. Hit 312, 24 homers. This speaks volumes. Willie Mays and Hank Aaron were Negro League ball players. Imagine if the color line hadn't been broken. No Mays and no Aaron. How would we compare anyone to Mantle? I mean, there are so many things that would be different, but we can empower ourselves by doing a little research, making the judgments, and including these players in our conversation, in the tapestry of baseball history. Major League Baseball shouldn't be glorified to such an extent, especially before the color line was broken. We praised and honored players like Ty Cobb, who was a racist and a thug, and Rogers Hornsby was a big pain in the ass, but it was reported that he was KKK. Babe Ruth, way out of line, thought he was God, and acted horribly sometimes to umpires, and Mantle was no walk in the park. Ted Williams making obscene gestures and spitting at fans and arguing, and he was pretty much despised the first half of his career, yet we glorify these people. So, you know, Major League Baseball shouldn't be looked at as this Valhalla, this heaven that only special ball players should be judged by. There are other leagues. When the white players went to Cuba, they got their asses kicked by the Cuban ball players. Anyway, Willie Wells, the Shakespeare of shortstops. Why isn't he in our top 10 list? Dick Lundy, best fielding shortstop, National League, Negro League history. Anyway, the point is that we can empower ourselves by doing the research, getting the information. These players, Negro League players, they served in World War I and World War II. Let's give these people a break. Let's put them in our little lists. That's all from Mr. Baseball. I'm Mike. Peace out. And I hope I shed some perspective on something that has been ignored and should be included in our mindset when it comes to baseball. Talk to you again. Thanks for watching. And rate and comment on my videos anytime, whether you like them or not. Just don't be wishy-washy. Say what you want to say. Ciao.